I will make a video based on the task given from the BGY 3202 animal function and function. Animal function and structure. Okay, this is the instruction of the task, which is I have to attend a carnival, which is the Jom Science Carnival. So this carnival has a lot of fun activities and of course the attractive exhibition. So I came to the exhibition for the 2 hours, and from the carnival I have choose one organism that I can found to share with you all. So this is the animal, which is we can call it as the Malayan tiger. Malayan tape. So firstly, I pick this animal, and then I make some observation and relate the observation with my knowledge on the subject. So this is the Malayan tape. So Malayan tape, also known as the Tapirus indicus. So Tapirus indicus have a disc shape which white and black in color, and their weight can reach to 500 kg for female and 400 kg for the male. So obviously the female have a bigger size and more weight than the male. And then this made them closely relate to the horse and zebras and rhinos. So there's some connection between this group that relate to each other, which is related to their hoof or toes. So the tape have 3 toes. Obviously three toes on the hind leg, and 4 toes on the front leg, but the one of the toes on the front leg is small, just behind on the foot, so they do not function, not really functioning, just like to balance the body. So what happening to them is they become categorized into the endangered species because their number has decreasing. The reason of the decreasing number of the tape is not by the poach by the man, or their problem with adapting with the environment, but there is another problem that can relate with the development of our country. So in this website, Malaysian Wildlife website, they say that in recent decades Malaysia has had one of the highest rate of the deforestation in the world, combined with the massive expansion of the road network, and it has taken its toll on the unsuspecting tapir. So what has problem with tape is they have the poor eyesight, also being said here because of the genetic problem to the cornea of their eye, which result in the cloudiness and the loss of vision. So what happening is with them is they like to cross the roads, but they cannot detect when the vehicle coming, and they cannot run from it. So they become dead, that caused by the crashing between the tape and the car or the vehicle. So what I want to relate is the problem is about the nervous system. So as we know, the nervous system consists of a 2 part, which is the CNS, which consists of brain and the spinal cord, and the PNS consists of a nerve. So the CNS, the central nervous system, is the system that carry out the process which we call as the integrating process. And the peripheral nervous system, they have a important contribution in the nervous system, which is transmit the impulse from the receptor, from the sensory organ, and trigger the impulse from the CNS into the responsible muscle to react with the stimulant. Okay, what happening to the tape is they do not receive the stimulant from their eye, which is one of the most important sensory organs in our life. Then there is no impulse triggered from the sensory organ to the CNS or to the CNS, and then there is no information integrate, and then the muscle will not move because there is no impulse triggered from the from the spinal cord. So that is why the tape cannot survive if they see some cars that want to hit them. So about the central nervous system, so let's watch some videos here.
Woke up thinking about that dream that I keep having about the guy in the sloth suit, and then I got dressed because I was cold, and then I made some toast and butter because I was hungry, and then I let the dog out, and she was whining, staring at me, and then I made some tea, but I let it cool off before I drank it because it burned my mouth yesterday. In addition to being just part of my morning ritual, all of these actions are examples of what my nervous system does for me. The weirdo dream, the sensation of cold air and hot tea, deciding what to put on the toast, going to the door, the sound of the dog, all that was processed and executed by electrical and chemical signals to and from nerve cells. You can't oversell the importance of the nervous system. It controls all the things, all your organs, all your physiological and psychological reactions, even your body's other major controlling force, the endocrine system, bows down before the nervous system. There is no you without it. There's no me without it. There's no dogs without it. There's no animals. There's no things. There's things. It's important. That's why we're dedicating the next several episodes to the fundamentals of the nervous system, its anatomy and organization, how it communicates, and what happens when it gets damaged. This is Mission Control, people.
Alright, so that is some good talk from the nervous system, which is video from the crash course. So the video has taught us why the nervous system is so important in our life. So as we can see, the nervous system have a lot of functions for us to adapt it in a certain environment and to produce a lot of reaction, into the involuntary, that we move our hands, and to the involuntary reaction, which is include our heartbeat, include our dilations of our blood vessel, and it is most important thing that make this our life more balanced to adapt with the environment. So let's continue. The nervous system, okay, so the nervous system is made up of the nerve, which is the nerve, and this is the cell body, and this is the dendrites. So nerve is mostly consists of the cell body and the dendrites. The dendrites will connect with other nerve cells, which transfer the impulse between them. So that is where the synapse, the impulse across the synapse and across the other nerve. And then there is also one thing that important in this system, which is we call it the microglial cells. So microglial cells keep our cell healthy. So there is a lot of type of microglial cell, which is such as astrocytes, Schwann cells, and something like that. Okay, now about the glial cells, there is some glial cells that we can see here, which is the Schwann cells, oligodendrocytes, microglial cells, epididymal cells, and astrocytes. So the astrocyte is the star-shaped cells that regulates the ion in our nerve. So it also connects between the blood capillary and the nerve. Secondly is the oligodendrocyte and Schwann cell. So oligodendrocyte and Schwann cell it have a similar function, which is to induce the electrical impulse on the axon of the nerve. So oligodendrocyte can be found in the central nervous system. In the other hand, the Schwann cells can be found in the peripheral nervous system. And then there is other cell, which is we call it as a microglial cell. So what the microglial cells do is they protect the nerve from the pathogens. So what they did is they engulf the pathogens from infect the nerve system. And then lastly is the epididymal cells. So epididymal cells has a lot of function in the CNS, which they make an exchange to pull out the waste from our CNS, from the central nervous system. Okay, so that's all for me for today. Thank you. Bye.